Peace, Dave. Share to the group. Where is it? Mm, 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 mm. There it is right there. Peace, peace, peace. OCO, Alito. So those of y'all that made it to my live last night, I appreciate that. I appreciate the love. I appreciate the gifts. I appreciate the cash out. I appreciate all that. So as of lately, I haven't been going on live like that. I really haven't been on TikTok like that because I've been taking care of business and I've been building my other platform, merch, things like that. Getting certain things copyrighted because I see this is going to be a thing and I see that I'm going to be a potential uh, influencer, I guess. So I'm getting certain things in order so I can ooh, man, I love the information. I love the messages y'all been sending me. I love the messages y'all been sending me. Like for example, this guy right here, he sent me a DM said, "You the goat, young king of YouTube. Channel is fire. Keep speaking that truth. Peace to you, user 8653976." Whoever you are, peace to you. Peace to all of y'all sending me love in my DMs. Sure, I ain't even caught up with everything yet. Even when I haven't been on TikTok, y'all still sending me a lot of stuff. I appreciate the love. I appreciate that. Thank y'all. All right, let's get this started. I was waiting on my brother Monty. I was waiting on Los, but let's get this started. Last night I told you the true definitions of. Oh no, we gotta get the understanding of this first. Let's go. According to the Facts on File Encyclopedia of Word and Phrasing Origins, the fourth edition, Negro or the N word is has always been an offensive derogatory term applied to Indians as well as blacks up until recent times. Up until recent times. What is the recent time? Is we talking about 1910? Is we talking about Reconstruction period? What are we talking about? Why was the N word removed from Indians? Why don't the Native Americans don't want to be called Indians? What really happened here? They going through the process of changing a lot of things right now that goes right back to you, melanated woman and melanated man. Gods, they want to remove every single evidence underneath the sun. I mean, underneath, I said sun. That's probably the weird way how to say it, sun. But they want to remove every single evidence underneath the sun to prove that you are the original people of this land. They hate that. So they got to keep lying. They got to keep lying on you. Now, according to the Oxford Dictionary of 1843, it says a Negro. It says a dark-skinned person of any origin. So when you take your mindset way back to 1619, 1492, 1592, it doesn't matter. When you take your mindset all the way back to these times, you cannot say Oh, a slave is a Negro. It can mean anybody. It can mean anybody of different lands, of the Pacific Isles, of China, of Japan, Australia, Africa, Europe, Germany, Russia. It don't matter. If you was dark skinned, you was an N word. So when you take your mindset to 1619 to the transatlantic slave trade, who was really on those boats? Who was really there? Who was really there? Let me turn. I don't even have to go to. I don't even have to flip it around. Like I said, you can go to the Oxford Dictionary. I'm recapping from yesterday. I'm doing it on TikTok. How you doing? Good morning. I'm in Grand Rising. But it says a dark skinned person. So could have been a white person been called the N word? Yes, white people was called Negroes too. Did y'all know that? Any person, according to the Oxford Dictionary of where the definition is when it talks about a laborer. Oxford Dictionary, according to 1835, it says a person who does manual labor, any person considered to be low social status is derogatory, which is a Negro. Any person who has a low social status, whom is a laborer, is a Negro, according to 1835. So when you take this perception of the word Negro and you go back to 1619 and you understand that white people was the first slaves, they was called the undesirables. America was a dumping ground. New England was a dumping ground for undesirable so-called pale skins, whom masters was melanated people who was black or Moriscos, Moroccans, whatever you want to call it. They had many different variations of their names. When they came over here, they bought their slaves, their slaves with them. They were called undesirables. That's why you get such names, last names that is laborer names, such as shoemaker, blacksmith, steel worker, things like that. That goes to laboring. If your last name is shoemaker, most likely you was a goddamn shoemaker. Most likely your family only made shoes. If you was a blacksmith, most likely your people made was skilled in making armor and making swords and all these type of things like that. I mean, if your last name was welder, I mean, cotton maker, things like that. Your people was most likely linked to undesirables. The only people I know that did not have laborer names was American Indians. They made their own last name. They made their own surnames, and the world tricked you to make you think that these are white people names. The English language is full of American Indian words. That's a lot of things people do not know, especially the slang words. Bruh, that got on my nerves. I'm gonna comment. Yeah, Osio, Osio, Osio. It says my last name is. I'm not even for to say that because I don't even know you being real. And it says we are. It says we are a kingdom. That's one reason of these names. Cabbage farmer. Osio, Osio people. Osio. So according to live right here, I'm eventually I'm gonna go ahead and turn my camera around, but my children in here, and I don't want y'all to see my children. But it says, according to this book, the American Historical Record of the Repertory of Notes and Queries by Benson J. Oh yeah, by the way, you want to go to the park and stuff today? And go out to eat. Okay. By Benson J. Lawson. Huh? I got you. Benson J. Lucy by volume one. Now, since they had, I could turn the camera on so y'all can see it. Okay. Turn off the effects. Because they hate this type of information. And that's one thing, these people never challenge me. Y'all always go to my brothers. Y'all always go to my brothers, my sisters, to challenge them, cuss them out, act a fool. Hold on, wipe the back of this lens. Y'all always go to my people's live. What the heck is this? What is this? What the heck TikTok is doing? What is that? Is that an effect? Okay, y'all always go to my people's lives and act a fool. Say the dumbest BS on my family's lives. But you don't even come over here and do none of that because you know better. Y'all know better. Native Americans, you know better. Mexicans, or whatever you like to call yourself. That's how I call it. Mexico, Mexicoans. You know better to come over here with that BS. I'm just being real with you. I don't know why I don't know why y'all go pick on my family as if they don't know anything. Maybe I'm a bit harsh at the words. I don't know. But one thing for sure, I'm there to defend my people. And y'all need to stop trying to bully them and do these terroristic tactics on them, trying to get our own people to turn against us. Because y'all already got one mainstream brother that, so I'm not going to say his name, but he so-called won a debate championship. Y'all done got this man up here trying to defend you. But that's my brother's Los competition. Because evidently he's scared of Los, so he blocked him so many times. I don't even have to, if he's, what you doing?
You want me to address her? You gonna do
Who?
Faith.
Faith. Who's Faith? Where's she at? Where?
Her.
What's she saying? Okay, so, oh, I didn't even see her. Faith said, okay, so you guys are indigenous, right? Indigenous means native born. Can you pass me my Black Law Dictionary? It's inside there. Pass me, and also the both of them, and give me the American Heritage. It's the green one. So you guys are indigenous, right? And you said so you guys are native.
Be careful, Daddy.
Okay. So hold on. According to Webster, according to Webster, I just want to get you the proper understanding in here before I go on. If I can't find it in here, yeah, you confused right now. I got you. Hold on. 'Cause-
Yeah, I know you struggling with cognitive dissonance.
oh, you could gladly come up here.
You're not black,
No,
and we ain't black either.
indeed.
But what y'all not finna do no more is come and harass and terrorize my husband.
Oh no,
That's what y'all ain't finna do.
I know one thing, they can't handle me. I know y'all can't handle me, so I ain't worried about that. Look at this. According to the American Heritage Dictionary, the American Dictionary of the English Language, North Webster 1828, what do the word native mean? Right? Native. I mean, not native. The word indigenous. The word indigenous means native, right? We're gonna go to that definition too. The word indigenous, it means born in a country, applied to persons. Born in a country, applied to persons. So yes, I am a native. I am indigenous. I was born in America. I was born in America, so therefore I am indigenous. We gotta take them to school. We gotta take them to school. Now here go the word native. I know you're not this word native because this word native is an adjective. It says produced naturally in a country or climate. This is talking about vegetation. So if you're talking about is I'm indigenous, yes, I am indigenous. According to Noah Webster, 1828, I am born in America. Okay, so let's go look at the word native. And let's look at the different variations of native. Are you a plant that was sprung here naturally? Or are you the noun native? Because apparently when y'all left y'all so-called Indian schools where they supposed to teach you, I'm talking about the modern Indian schools, where they supposed to teach you proper education of the English language too. Apparently y'all lost the sense of knowing grammar, such as nouns, adjectives, indefinitive nouns, things like that, right? So when we look at the word native,
This man gonna say, this man said, she told Liquor said it applies. No, he said that is not now. No, he said not how indigenous is used in that context.
okay,
He's talking
all
about
right.
the first people.
No, when you said first peoples, that's a 1970 term. That's some changed stuff. If we're going to deal with native and indigenous, we got to go back to in the beginning when it was first applied and used. You cannot use a new terminology, and also you cannot use your farmer. Nope. It's right here it's right here.
How's you reading from a dictionary using semantics?
They don't even know what the word They don't even know what the word semantics means. Semantics, basically, in a summarized way, you use it a different word. Like for example, native and indigenous. I could say indigenous instead of native, which both mean the same damn thing. That is semantics. If I say I'm indigenous and call you native, that's semantics. You don't even know what the hell semantics mean. But anyway, native.
Now let's give him out the check.
No, leave him there.
She don't leave me finna go on mute. And he can get up there and talk.
Yeah. If you know you got up to 1,000 followers and you know you native and you despise what I'm saying, come up here. Don't sit up here and talk in the comment section. But anyways, the word native. This is an adjective. An adjective. We got to deal with the native that is, since y'all call yourself native today and use that as a nationality, that would be applied as a noun. But let's look at the one that y'all falsely use. It says native, an adjective. That means it's an enhancer. Just like you calling yourself black, it's an adjective. It says produced by nature, original, born with the being of natural. This is talking about plants, not acquired as native genus. And it says native affections, a native talent or disposition, native cheerfulness, and native simplicity. Now here we go. Native as in produced by nature, not fictitious or artificial. This talking about plants conferred by birth or native rights and privileges. That's just like being born in the government, born in the United States. You're born to a certain right. Now here we go. Another native pertaining to the place of birth, a native soil, native country. You're being born. Now here we go to the other one. Original, that of which of anything is made as man's native does. Does that sound like you? No, the hell it does not. That means you're still born. And it says born with congenial or whatever that word says. Congenial or something like that. The last statement, number 6. But it says, here we go. This is what you call yourself. Native as in noun. Native as in noun. One born in any place is said to be native of that place, whether country, city, or town.
Breathe it one more time for the natives in the back.
It says native. We talking noun, not adjective. Y'all address yourself as a noun, not an adjective. One born in any place and said to be a native of that place, whether country, city, or town. So I'm a native? I am born in America. So therefore, I am a native. Am I indigenous? I am born in America. Therefore, I am indigenous. But one thing I know that you're not Because y'all don't like calling yourselves Aborigine or Aboriginal. Let's look at the word Aboriginal.
Yeah, donate to.
Yes.
Donate for a
If
DNA
you
test.
yes, donate for my DNA test.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because for real, y'all people need to learn. Y'all really need to learn something. Y'all out here speaking some BS, and you don't even know that y'all out here speaking BS. That's why. That's why.
Go back to Africa. Yeah.
Now let's look at the word Aboriginal. I ain't going no Africa.
No, I'm strolling like that, y'all. Yeah. I'm laughing at them now. Y'all not getting my energy. I'm going to laugh with y'all. And at you.
Aboriginal. Here we go. Aboriginal. Aborigines are Aboriginal. Aboriginal. An original or primitive inhabitant. The first settlers in the country were called Aboriginals. For the guy that said, Native means first people. Indigenous means first people. No, sir. That is Aboriginal. And you do not call yourself Aboriginals. All black people around the world is identified as Aboriginal. No so-called Asiatic or Mexican people is identified as Aboriginal. That's a lie. None of you will call yourself Aboriginal. The only time y'all call yourself Aboriginal is when we say it, and then you come around and say it about yourself once you finally learn what the damn definition means. The government do not call you Aboriginals. The government do not call you Aborigines. Stop the cap. Y'all don't even say Maniji. So stop it. Now this says first original primitive original people are the first inhabitants of a country. Aboriginal tribes of America. Then we got Aboriginal, the original of a primitive inhabitant, the first settlers of a country called Aboriginals, such as the Celts, Europe, and Indians of America. Then we got Aborigines, and it says Aboriginals, but not in the English word. It says it may be well to let it pass into disuse. All right. Now the final definition we're going to go to: American. Why didn't they teach y'all this in those Indian schools of today, not of the past?
But this the person telling you that you need to go to school though. I mean, get a job, but you trying to imitate us though. But you trying to imitate us though.
Let's listen. Let's get a reaction. Okay, you got a little flow on you. I ain't gonna count. You got a little flow on you.
He ain't even saying nothing.
He's speaking more Spanish though.
Read his lyrics. What is he talking about? Shit.
I said flow. I ain't said his words. It's his flow. I said flow. I ain't said your words. Oh no, bro. No, you fucked up. Hold on. Let's take that like back. I had like.
His stuff on my
hold on. He said he's the Mexican Kendrick. That's disrespect. Kendrick do not rap like that.
Boy, please, you wish you was on Kendrick Lamar level. Do not even compare yourself to him.
Hell no. Please you out of there. You out of pocket for that one. That was disrespect.
Trying, but y'all want to sit up here trying to imitate us, though. But we trying to tell y'all culture, language, and tradition, but y'all trying to imitate us, though.
Get out of here.
Get in line. Period.
Culture appropriation. Yeah. I'm studying like a mug. Okay, American. He stepped into that one. He stepped into. How the hell you tripped into that one?
Somebody, you're crazy. You make no sense. People are actually happy to be from. Okay, those people. Don't try to come force nobody else's identity on them. You need to go work on your flow. You need to go work on your
No, he got the flow. He need to work on them damn lyrics. He needs
to go work on his flow, his cadence, and his lyrics.
And quit lying, because you don't, bro. Kendrick Lamar don't sound like that, man.
I would eat his ass up right now with no beats, off the dome.
Oh my God! Here we go. American, pertaining to America. That's the first definition, right? The second one, American, a native of America, originally applied to the Aboriginals. And it says, or copper-colored races found here by the Europeans. but now applied to the descendants of Europeans born in America. So it said found here by the Europeans, correct? Let's pull up something from a European, right? Let's pull up something. Can you move this book real quick?
Jessica, you want some attention too? You want some attention too?
Ooh.
You appropriating his culture. You appropriating his culture.
Oh, this is like the shade room.
Yeah, because they gonna stop playing.
This is like the shade
They gonna
room.
stop playing.
Oh my God. So y'all think because you talk to a black man and you are appropriating our culture, that means you could speak up? Sit your ass down.
Girl.
Sit down. Let's go to a European. According to the Black's Law, I mean, not Black's Law. We're going to crack up on the Black's Law too. But according to the American Dictionary of the English Language, they said that the Indians was found by Europeans. So let's pull up something from a European and let's see what this European said that the Americans look like. Okay? Let's see what they said. Where? So it's one of my favorite books where it said.
Is he talking? You in the comments talking too? Go celebrate your birthday with those two jars.
Oh, ain't that the guy?
Come on, go celebrate your birthday. No, go celebrate your birthday with those 2 jars of doobies that you got. Go do that. Is you gonna use a glass this time? What you gonna use this time?
You definitely don't want no smoke with me. Don't even start with me.
And then he tells us to go back to the slaves. Then he tells us to take our African slaves back to the fields. Why are you in here?
Them little old 2 or 3 views you be having up there on your live. Get out of here, man. It says, look, this book right here, according to Europeans, according to this book right here, this says the history of Hernando de Soto in Florida. It says the history of Hernando de Soto in Florida. All right. 1512 to 1568. Let us see what the Europeans said that the American Indians look like. All right?
Girl, you stole his culture. You stole your husband's culture, ma'am. You're stealing it now. He don't know because he under a spell.
Now watch this. Watch this. It says the complexion of these people is black. Don't worry, I got more sources. The complexion of these people is black. Oh yeah, by the way, let me get y'all the understanding of what's going on. This is them going to Florida and also North Carolina as well. So I just want to let y'all know this is what takes place. You can go get the book yourself, go to the Internet Archives and download this book yourself. But it says the first complexion of these peoples is black, not much different from the Ethiopians. Their hair is black and thick and not very long. Their hair is black and thick. Y'all hair is thin and not very long. It is worn tied back upon the head in the form of a little tail. In persons, they are of good proportions and middle stature and a little above our own, abroad across the breast. They say they basically got some big titties, strong in their arms and well formed in the legs and other parts of the body, right? And it says the only exception to their good looks is that they have broad faces. Come on now. He just said the first peoples that he came across, they look just like the Ethiopians. They look just like the Ethiopians. And Ethiopian, the word Ethiopia means dark races. So what I'm saying is, like I said, Native American, if you want to come up here and spread your word. Come up here and spread your word. Don't sit up and talk in the comment section because I'm not the type of person that gives mind to the comment section, especially if you're a native. So clearly you can see that right now. I only respect those that come up here and speak their mind and tell the truth But if you can't even come up here and even challenge me on your beliefs, then you got no stance. Oh, let me say this. Go ahead before I start.
420 Warrior, you are the biggest fan. You've been the biggest fan since 2 years now. It's 2 years and you still here. You saying won't listen to natives or African, but will listen to white supremacy. First off, you go by white supremacy. You're going by the DNA test that white scientists operates. Secondly, plenty of natives and Africans telling us that we are indigenous to this land. Who are you not listening to? You're cognitive dissonance. You're struggling. You that hateful. You that field of hate that you can't get past it. You either, what's the other girl name in the comments? All them other natives in the comments. You just, all y'all better do right now is really just wake up and go talk to y'all people and prepare, because we coming back and getting our stuff. It's going to happen whether you like it or not. Oh fucking well.
All right. Woman, you do not have strong cheekbones. Now this says, look, this is a letter from William Penn. It doesn't matter because right there in the dictionary.
Pop me out too. Give me a check, sis. Come do something to me. Give me a check, sis. Can't nobody check me. I speak my own mind. What the fuck you think this is? I ain't no dog.
All right. So let me go ahead and get this back started. Now, according to that dictionary, what I just read, it says that the Indians was found by Europeans. That it says that the Indians was found here by Europeans. So therefore, we got to see what the Europeans said, what they said that what the Indians look like. So this right here, this is a known explorer. Right? It says a letter from William Penn, the proprietary in government of Pennsylvania in America, to the Committee of the Free Society of Trades of the Providence and residing in London, containing a general description of the said Providence, its soil, air, water, seasons. I think that says seasons, and produce both natural, artificial, and good. In crates. You know, from these old books, you see right here. You see how the S is shaped. I think increase thereof. And it says of natives or aboriginals, their languages, customs, manners, diets, house, wigwams, and basically everything else. So this is a real expeditioner.
They had wingworm.
All that stuff. This book was made in 1683. 1683. So what did this European say that the natives, or how you say aboriginals in their terms, look like? Here we go. It says the natives I shall consider in their persons, language, manners, religion, and government with my sense of their original. It says, for their persons, they are generally tall, straight, well built, and singular proportion. And it says, they tread strong and clever and mostly walk with a lofty chin. Do you have a lofty chin? And it says, of complexion, black, of complexion, black, of complexion, black, but by design as the gypsies in England. Do you know the gypsies in England? The gypsies of England are aboriginals too.
Oh, now we need to unite. Since you read too much, now she don't know. Y'all. Oh,
all right, here we go. It says as the gypsies in England.
Girl, you was arguing.
No, let me finish this. Let me finish this before you say your statement. And it says they grease themselves with bare fat. How many times I gotta tell y'all we use bare fat to straighten our hair? We still do it to this damn day. I got bare fat in the cabinet right now. And it's also called hair grease too. We the only people that be doing that. And it says, in using no defense against the sun or weather. It says using no defense against the sun or weather. What does that tell you? We did not use it to cover our skin to protect us from the sun. I heard y'all Native Americans talk about, we used to put dirt on our skin to protect us from the sun. William Penn said we didn't do that shit. We took the sun because we are children of the sun. That means we are dark-skinned people. Now it says their skin most needs be swarthy. What do the word swarthy mean? What do the word swarthy mean?
Jolie, we don't want to be on those reservations.
Hell no, I don't want to be on those reservations. Why would I want to be on a prison camp? Reservations are prison camps.
Right.
And y'all slow. Y'all sit up here getting other people, go get a reservation card. That's a trick. Why would I want to be in much more servitude to the government? Swarthy. I could get a reservation card anytime, any day, because America don't go by the one drop rule anymore. So if you got at least one census record to prove that you got Indian blood, boom. I got several. I showed TikTok this so many times. I could get a Chickasaw freaking Indian card. I could get a Choctaw Indian card. I could get a Cherokee Indian card. I could get a Rubbernock Indian card. I can get a Seminole Indian card. I got all the dang census record in my blood ties, people.
What's really real?
I don't want to do it. I just told you I don't want to do it because that's a prison. Y'all in prison, people. Y'all really don't got much rights on those damn reservations, and y'all know it. Y'all say it on TikTok all the damn time.
The gag is what they really don't understand. They keep telling us to go get registered. If the majority of us melanated people that woke up and know who we are go get registered, baby, I won't have nowhere to go. So quit telling us to do that. Y'all better stop. We're trying to help y'all in the same scene.
I'm actually trying to liberate y'all from them damn reservations because, look, y'all see what the hell they doing on the news to y'all. Y'all see that they send up here trafficking y'all children on those reservations. Y'all see y'all dealing with drug and alcohol abuse and all that shit on the reservations. It's because y'all look at the documentaries y'all make. Y'all out of pocket. Y'all are depressed on those reservations. So why y'all keep telling people to go get a reservation card so we can join y'all? So y'all could call us N-words and all types of shit along with y'all depressed so y'all could take y'all anger and y'all depression on us too because of what the government is doing to y'all? Man, get out of here. Y'all tripping. Y'all know y'all tripping. So the word swarthy, being of a dark hue or dusky complexion, tawny and warm climates. The complexion of men is universally swarthy or black. What did William Penn say that the natives of America is? He said their complexion is black and swarthy. What did Noah Webster say of 1812 about the word swarthy? He said it is universally swarthy or black. And it says these Moors, Spaniards, and Italians are more swarthy than the French, Germans, and English. Now, if you jump on down here to the word swarthy, now this right here to number 2, it says black as a swarthy African. So it's showing you that all melanated people around the world had the same goddamn complexion as an African. Guess what? It says that the Moors, Spaniards, and Italians are more swarthy, which means they got the same complexion as the Africans. And it says the rest of these people are brown people. Swarthiness, tawny. Do you know what the word tawny means? It means brown. Right? I'm going to tackle that DNA test while I'm up here too. For those of y'all that keep saying it, because one, I'm going to tell y'all something. The courts don't even recognize DNA ancestry testing. For one, can a person tell me why the courts do not recognize DNA ancestry testing, not paternal? Paternal means they trying to figure out if this child belongs to the father.
Dude,
so,
I clearly read that definition, and after you read that,
now they switching to DNA.
No, the dude proceeds to say, go right back to the hair when you just read the definition.
That the hair. Oh yeah. Let me read the part about the hair.
I'm trying to get you to see. No matter how many times you show what it is saying, they're gonna have an excuse.
Oh no.
Their contradictions keep kicking in.
Wife, let me destroy that hair part. Let me continue while I read, because I was just showing you the part about the swarthy. Let's continue reading. Their eyes are little and black. Hold on. Hold on. Watch this. Their eyes are little and black. Their eyes is little and black. Why? Their eyes is little and black.
Like the majority of us.
Look, their eyes is little and black. Come on now. Come on now. Let's go. Let's turn this back around. Let's turn this back around. All right, if anything, I know I got the damn features. But anyway, it says they eyes is little and black, not unlike straight like the Jews. Uh-oh. That's a double dagger, but let's continue. It says the thick lip. Native Americans, those of y'all on here, do you got thick lips? Don't try to pucker them things out now. Do you got thick lips? Do you got a flat nose? No. Your nose are narrow. Just like the guy named Jay. The guy named Jay, OB, whatever your name is, your nose was narrow as hell. And your lips was skinny, razor sharp as hell. Come on.
Quit lying. Your lips is not thick, sis.
Those little old things.
Your lips are not thick. Stop it.
And your nose is not flat. And your eyes is not little. Get out of here. And your skin is not black. So stop. And it says flat nose. And it says so frequent with the East Indians. With the East Indians. What do the East Indians look like? Let me bring that up. No, let me finish that. I'm going to show you what the East Indians look like. And the East Indians and blacks are not. Hold on. I got the part about the hair. Did the part about the hair? Okay. What part were he talking about? What part did he talk about? Because I already brought the part about the hair. I already brought the part about the hair. That's all I really need to bring out right here. All right, that's all I need to bring out right here.
Let me address Obey, because you really getting on my nerves. And you know,
Obey's going through a depression right now, so we ain't worrying about it.
He need his vapor. He must ain't got his vapor.
No, it ain't about that. It's because we reading what's happening, and he's feel like his identity is being attacked. But you really need to be mad at the expeditioners that came here. They told you what they look like. If they seen you, guess they would have called you. They would have called you a mestizo or a chino. They would never called you an Indian.
Talking about some she's still beautiful. No, we're showing the feature. She said that her lips and stuff was thick. No, they fucking
now not. Let me show you what the East Indians look like, y'all.
Yeah, he needs some milk.
Blacks around the world. Let me show you. All of these are Pacific Islanders. All Pacific Islanders are dubbed East Indians. So let me show you. Because we got to break this indoctrination. We got to break this lies. The East Indians. The East Indians.
Now she's beautiful. She's beautiful.
They saying that American Indians look like the East Indians. Come on now. Come on now.
I know some people that look like that for real too.
This is swarthy. This is tunny. This is what you call black.
I don't know what
Come on now, people. Come on now.
I don't know what she got for.
Man, they culture like, look at his feather game going strong.
Stuff around her hair and stuff.
This feather game going strong. That's a feather game. His feather game going strong. Papua New Guinea. Now she more mixed up too. You can tell she got Mongol blood, but look, she is swarthy, East Indian. This guy look like he from freaking California, right? Fiji, the Fiji people. You want to watch TV? The Fiji people, East Indians, look at their afros. Africans, mainland Africans, do not grow their hair like this. They do not have the only people that's the closest looking to us is the Pacific Islanders. Indonesia. Come on now. All your pride. What happened to all the slandering? What happened, y'all? Now you know what an East Indian look like? Now you know what an East Indian look like. You know what an East Indian look like now. Look. You know what an East Indian look like now, don't you? And all the majority of these photos is from the 18th century. Early 1900s, 18th century. You look at this, you would think this Africa. Nope, Papua New Guinea.
Go find some more darker ones. Go find the ones that they try to say that's black. Since they want to act like
they can't do that. You want me to tell you why they can't do that? Because the majority of them is not that colored. And they cannot say they are those same people.
That's why I keep asking.
They slow. Y'all are so slow.
I'm saying if we is going to play on that, let's play on that narrative. If y'all are these people and y'all mixing, won't y'all still be the same color?
How many times we mix and we still retain the same color?
That's what I'm saying. They say we mix, but I'm still.
And they can't look. They can't say we mix. They can't say we mix like what they say mixed with European. Because you just found out that the European are black people too. But look, William Penn just said that the Indians are black Tani Swarthy. This is black Tani Swarthy. Y'all heard what did the Native Americans say today? What they say today? Oh, you like that because of the Europeans you mix with. What did William Penn just say? This is their original color, dummies. Let me show you do y'all know when a white person mixes with a black person? Do you know what their color turn into? They look like OBJ, whatever his name is on here. They look like Faith. That's what they look like. But this right here, all people are Pacific Islanders. He said we look like the East Indies. He said the American Indians look like the East Indies. And they speaking facts. We do look like the East Indies. So y'all can stop the cap. Y'all can stop all the crime. So let's go to the Black Law Dictionary. So since y'all want to say, oh, Native, you using the term Native wrong. Okay, I was speaking from a layman's term. Now let's look at the law term. Since y'all speak reservation, since you speak feudal lord status and things like that, let's use the government's definition of Native. Let's see what the word Native means according to the government. You cannot use Google and say first persons. That's a title. That's a title given to you by a white man.
You finna do it again?
No, I showed them the layman's terms. So let me show you the word Native. Let me show you the word Native. I'm telling you one thing, none of you ain't came up here and challenged me. You still crying in the goddamn comment section. You know you can't handle me. I would shut you down instantly. I would give you room to talk. But I would shut you down instantly. Right? What are you crying for? You hungry? Can you close the door? Okay, Native. Native. All right, the word native. According to the Black's Law Dictionary, 6th edition, the word native, it says native, a natural born subject or citizen, a citizen by birth, one who owes his domicile or citizenship to the fact of his birth within the country referred to. The term may also include one born abroad if his parents were then citizens of the country and not permanently residing in foreign parts. And it says the word native, as used in the Alien Enemy Act, refer to person's place of birth, so that a person remain a native of a country of his birth, though he has moved away therefrom. So according to the government, not Google, stop looking up fucking Google definitions, because that will not be used in court. As soon as you say you understand in court, they change the definition from layman's to law. The word understand in the Black Law Dictionary, according to the law, does not mean you agree or you know what I'm saying, comprehend. You got to understand, you got to know this. Look at them. They scrambling. They ran away now. They ran away now. You using the word native wrong. Well, let me use the government's way. The government say you was born in America. That's what it means. So stop the cap. Stop the cap. So stop the cap. Now we're gonna go back here. Let us go to, where's that? What's it, Walter Plecker? We're gonna go to, is this it? Not that. What I'm looking for is, okay, clearly I'm gonna have to go on Google because I did not save it in my folder. I thought I saved it for for a lesson, but I didn't, apparently. So those of y'all, let's end this. Let's end this right here in that one. Let's start this back up. Go to my YouTube and subscribe. So what we're gonna do right now is this. We're gonna continue as a guest mode. And now
I got a question for the people that's been watching. The whole time that you've been talking and people been asking you questions and making their voicing out their opinions. Anybody in the comments besides myself, did not he go and prove what he was saying? Did he speak his own words or was he speaking something that was written down and that was wrote? You know what I'm saying? That was already there. Because every time I'm watching your lessons, you don't talk about what you think or what you saying. You literally showing information. What these people supposed to do on all their panels that they're hosting. Right. You're supposed to be showing all this information to debunk everything that he is pushing out. Everything Los pushing out. Everything opium. These truths, Monty, everything before all these people are pushing out. You should have all this information to debunk it. If you're a real debater or if you real about your research or if you know what you're talking about.
Right.
They tell us, asking us what's their culture all the time. Your culture's supposed to be hidden. We should know your culture.
Right. Hey, dude say I had that stocking cap look like somebody's daddy. Sir, I am somebody's daddy. I am somebody's daddy. Los, I ain't finna play with you, Lo.
You my daddy.
And my children's.
No, you my daddy.
Okay. Well, you heard it. I'm somebody's daddy. But here we go. I feel like that was an attack. I'm gonna go playing. But anyways, we're going to the Library of Congress. Library of Congress. And we're gonna look at the Indian Removal Act. Right? So who is these people on the reservations according to Andrew Jackson? Right? Go back in there with your mom. Hold on 1 second, y'all. No. The loss is dead. He's seen another waltz, and I guess he killed it.
The waltz.
It was another waltz right there. It's under the vacuum. I just put it under the vacuum, so it will get it.
It's already dead. Oh. You trying to kill it again? Hold on, you said what?
It's under the vacuum. It's dead. It's dead. He came over and said it's a waltz.
Oh, it's alive! What you talking about?
Is it flying?
The freaking wings just moved.
What turn it on the vacuum? Okay.
He's trying to protect us. I'm finna step on him.
Go step on it. You know it's getting hot, so these waltzes coming out.
Oh my God!
Kill it. Yeah.
What?
We got wasses. They keep coming through the windows, y'all.
And tell nobody don't be laughing at me. They know they be scared of bugs too. My sis already know. Shorty.
But anyways, we're going to the Library of Congress and we're going to the Indian Removal Act. For my family, they already know this stuff. We just recapping for those. Now, it says, we're going to jump down to Section 5 of this Indian Removal Act. And it says, Section 5, according to the Indian Removal Act. And it said, you know, the Native Americans, they love bringing this up, but once they read it, they're going to see it don't got shit to do with them. But it being further enacted that upon the making of any such exchange as contemplated by this act, it says it may be lawful for the president to call such aid in the go back in there, son. There's no more losses. Go in there. Hold on. Son, want to be hard-headed. Go watch your cartoons, baby. Okay? He just want to be with his daddy. I'm going to hurry up and finish this live so he can chill, so I can take him to the park. But it says, right here, that upon making of such exchange as contemplated by the act, it shall and may be lawful for the president to cause such aid and assistance to be furnished to the immigrants. Hold on. I'm jumping? Hold on. Lawful for the president to cause such aid to be furnished to the immigrants. Yes, to the immigrants. Who are the immigrants? But let's read this whole thing. We're going to jump in. To cause such aid and to cause such aid to be furnished to the immigrants as may be necessary and proper to enable them to remove to. So he basically saying the immigrants got to be removed, which means taken, or you know what I'm saying, not taken as enforced, but they coming on their own free will. Because y'all ever heard this thing called the land grab and all these other things? You got to learn all the shit that was taking place during this time. Enable them to remove to and settle in. This is talking about the reservations. The country for which they have been exchanged, the country they have to been exchanged. Where is these immigrants coming from? They exchanged these immigrants for another place. And also to give them such aid and assistance, so may be necessary for them support and subsistence for the first year after their removal. So Andrew Jackson said, hey, we're going to remove these immigrants and put them somewhere else. And it says remove them from a country, right? So according to the Black's Law Dictionary, what is an immigrant? Because since this is a bill, every word in this act will be from the Black Law Dictionary, not from Noah Webster or Google. So we got to look up the word immigrant. What do the word immigrant mean? Tell y'all, I'm on y'all, man. I'm on you. I've been and brought this up. This is just bringing out the information again. Where is it? EMI. Immigrant. One who leaves his country. For any reason, with intention to not return, with design to reside elsewhere. Immigration, with an E, not I, with an E. The act of removing from one country to another, with intention to not return. It is to be distinguished from the expatriation, I think I'm saying it right. I'm probably not. Which means the abandonment of one's country and enunciation of one's citizenship in it. $5, 5 civilized tribes. And it says, While immigration donates merely the removal of persons and property, I'm fucking up today, property to another country. The former is usually the consequence of the latter. Immigration is also sometimes used to reference to the removal from one section to another of the same country too. All right, sometimes it's used as that. But in this case, this how we know it's talking about for another country, because when you look up this, the Great Immigration, 1800s, let's see who was being immigrated during the time of the Indian Removal Act. America. The Great Immigration. And they call it the Great Migration. No, not that one, not that one, not that one. Where that photo at? This right here. The U.S. immigration timeline. When you look up what was taking place during the damn time of the Indian Removal Act, we had the Great Immigration popping off. When all the whites, when all the Asians, when all the Arabs, the Ellis Island, the Ellis Island people, all of that coming here at the same time. We had other black people too coming too. It wasn't just whites. But we had all of y'all coming. They say Indian removal, come take their land, put white people in it. But it just wasn't white people, because at the same time this was popping off, we had the what? We had the gold rush. I'm on y'all ass. I'm on your ass. We had California gold rush popping off too. But we also had the gold rush popping off in Georgia. We had the gold rush popping off in Georgia, 1828. Why was we being forced to leave our lands? They wanted gold. Why did Christopher Columbus came over here? They wanted gold. The Native Americans was already on the West Coast already. But it was only few of y'all. So how did y'all grow? This is the reason. This is the reason. When you look up the Chinese gold rush, how did the Native American grow in the 18th century? Well, at the peak of the gold rush immigration of 1852, 20,000 Chinese immigrated to California. Out of the total 67,000 peoples, thus Chinese immigrants accounted for nearly 30% of the immigrants. In response to the influx of Chinese immigrants, the California legislature passed a new foreign law, minors tax of $4 per month. So you have Chinese people coming over here in the 18th century during the time of the Great Immigration, during the time of the Indian Removal Act. When was your identity taken? American, the real Americans, when was your identity taken? Huh? We not Asians. We not no Asiatic people. We're not no Chinese. We good old Native Americans. Recently, y'all just got caught selling identities to Asians and Mexicans. Recently, y'all just got busted for that shit. So if y'all was selling identities to Chinese people, to Japanese people, I'm talking about recently, if y'all just got busted for doing that shit in California, imagine what the fuck y'all was doing in the 18th century. Imagine how many Chinese people, Japanese people, and Mexican peoples ended up with Indian identification in the 18th century. Imagine. No, this ain't no calm down, even though you call me African. This ain't no calm down shit. Y'all got busted for the bullshit. A lot of y'all got Russian bloodline, Chinese bloodline, Japanese bloodline, Pacific Islander bloodline, and you out here talking about some, oh, I'm original to America. No, you not. It wasn't a lot of y'all here. Because during the time of the 13th century, close the door. Close the door and go back in there like I just told you, son. During the time of the 18th century, yes, sir, there you go. During the time of the 18th century, right here. A lot of y'all don't like talking about the 13th century. I'm gonna be real. Some Native Americans know about this. I talked to some Native Americans that know about this. But why don't you pass this shit down to your children? Because it tells the truth about the true time when y'all first got here. I will admit, Native Americans was here before slavery. Native Americans was here before slavery. I would give you that. But you was not here no 16,000 years ago. You was not here no 10,000 years ago. You wasn't here up to no 2,000 years ago. You got here around the time of Kublai Khan's dynasty. You was called the Mongol Empire, also called the Magog Empire. Tartar, some people call you Tartarians, but that's what you was. You was behind that wall that China was trying to defend themselves from. This book right here explains it. I don't know why it's not being taught, because this is a real history book. It says the conquest of Peru, Mexico, Bagada Nachas, and Ptolemaico in the 13th century by the Mongols, accompanied with elephants. They told y'all that, hey, the elephants was been here 10 to 20,000 years ago. Wrong. It is a known fact the Mongol Empire was fighting with woolly mammoth. So let's go. Let's go. You can download this book yourself on the Internet Archives. This is a real history book that's not being taught in America. I brought this book out before. I'm trying to get to the page, so I don't know. This thing is just running so slow. Just running real slow. Okay, I'm going to start the introduction. Okay, introduction. In the 6th page of the introduction on the research of the wars and sports of the Mongols and Romans, so y'all was fighting against the Romans, Native Americans. That's who y'all was fighting against. Why you think a lot of y'all came to the European islands? Why you see a lot of your phenotypes in the European islands, in Germany and Russia? Because y'all had war against these people. But it says the writer hinted at having met with some indications of connection between Asia and America long before the discovery of the New World by Columbus. From the first time, he has kept this subject in view for a short time. They only showed this information for a short time. And it says, and such has been the success of the further inquiries, that he now ventures confidently to affirm that Peru, Mexico, and other countries in America were conquered by the Mongols. America, black people of America, you was at war with the Native Americans in the 13th century. They won't tell you this shit. They say, oh, we migrated here. Oh, we be here. No, motherfucker, you came here and you warred against us. You came here with attention. That's why y'all hate us so much. They don't pass down this information to y'all. Y'all was at war against us and y'all lost. Y'all natives lost. Your numbers was cut. Then you had to get help by the invaders. Look at you today. That's why you on reservation. You still have a damn treaty with this shit. But let's continue, because a lot of my people don't know this information. I said, y'all can miss me with the bullshit. It says, For that time, he has kept this object short of view. Of course, like I said, they kept this information hidden from you. And such has been the success of his further inquiries that he now ventures confidently to affirm that Peru, Mexico, and other countries of America were conquered by the Mongols, accompanied with elephants. Yes, you brought this shit here. And I'm going to show you a map that showed America and Asia still connected. They still came over here. It wasn't no little ass land bridge. It was a big part. Matter of fact, let me bring it up so they can shut the hell up. Let me bring it up so they can shut the hell up. Google scholars mad. Google scholars are mad because of the information I bring up.
I'm sorry, I interrupt your lesson. But some Native Americans gonna say everybody want to be Native until it's time to stop a pipeline.
Oh wow!
This is that.
What?
If y'all can't stop a pipeline, I will go and help them.
Oh my God! See there, now y'all gotta come at y'all.
Y'all on y'all land though.
Y'all gotta go after y'all own brother for saying that. He coming there. Now he on y'all throats. Y'all own people on your own throats. Here we go. Is this it? Here we go. This is the map right here. This is the most accurate map of the world. Oh, he's a flat earther. Shut the hell up. You believe in science. You believe in modernistic science. Anything they say, you believe it. Here we go. Through the Straits of Anna. So we got this big landmass right here. Don't know why they don't show it on maps no more. But this is California side. That's California side. There's this hidden big ass land that nobody don't talks about. And this is the Mongol Empire and there all this other shit right here. Tartaria, America, Tartaria, America, Tartaria, America, Mongol, America. We was connected literally. It was shit to literally just go right here and conquer. We was literally next to each other. That's how the Mongols came over here. They knew about us for a long ass time. We probably traded with one another. And they finally said, you know what? Fuck it. We finna come after y'all. And y'all lost that damn war. That's why y'all never came all the way over here. Y'all wasn't on this side. Native Americans, none of y'all wasn't on this side. Y'all stayed on the West Coast. Because that is the place, the first stronghold. Y'all couldn't even get past. Y'all made it to South America. They made it to South America. That's because y'all was warned down here. Y'all couldn't come this way, so y'all went down.
You better teach.
Y'all was not fucking with us in no war. Y'all know damn well y'all wasn't fucking with us.
I need that map. Send me that map. You better teach.
That's why they see a lot of y'all on this side, not on that side.
Wow.
That's why you see. Now I'm finna go to Google Earth and show you that these places were still connected. Talk about y'all warriors and shit. Come on now, how you gonna talk about y'all warriors and turn around and say, I'm gonna get the FBI and come after y'all? I thought y'all was warriors. Y'all ain't win nothing. And now y'all own people that you became allies with turned against you. And now you out here looking crazy. By the way, this lesson will be on YouTube in case y'all want to know. Okay, this is the fictitious Earth. The fictitious Earth. We're going to play with it. All right. So they said this was the Bering Strait. They said that was the Bering Strait. Let me show you something. Y'all see all this blue? 1,000 years ago, about approximately 1,000 years ago, all this shit was all land. Everything you see that's light blue was all land approximately 1,000 years ago. Approximately. America, that's why you see a picture of America. Let me show you. Let me show you proof. You see all this blue? You see all this blue right here? This light blue. I'm finna show you something. Look at America. You see that? All the shit is still connected. Everything that was in the light blue is above water in the 15th century. In the 15th century, everything was above the water. Everything was above the water. In the 15th century, dang near Europe is still connected to almost America. Now, when you go back to Google Earth, look at this. And you asking me, oh, they came here through the Bering Strait? They ain't came here through no goddamn Bering Strait. This wasn't even no Bering Strait. America and Asia was connected. That's how they warred against us. They passed a breach. They breached us and they came through. That's how they came over here with the goddamn elephants. Why you think they found majority of the woolly mammoths in Alaska? Come on now. Y'all can stop the cap. I know what the hell y'all did. You sit up here lying and you keep on trying to eliminate these maps. If these maps tell the truth. Hold on, Rick. Hold on real quick. Go in there, baby. Go in there. Now the youngest one want me to. No, he ain't came all the way in here. I think his shoes up in there. But y'all see. You see how they got all the ships going all the way over here? They got the ships going on right here. They got ships right here above America in the 15th century. You see all that? They got ships all through here. They got ships right here. Look, they've been everywhere. They got a ship right here in the 15th century. They've been all through this. They got a ship right here. They've been to this land. I want to know where the hell this land is at. So I'm saying, like, y'all, Native Americans, y'all could stop lying, saying you was the first people and say, oh, it wasn't nobody here when we came over here. Motherfucker, y'all came over here and you warred. And you don't want to tell the truth. Which map is it? Let me tell you the name of the map. The map, if y'all want to get the screenshot of this map, that's all the information. If you want that map, just screenshot this information and it should come up. It was made by Monty. Shout out Monty. It was made by Monty. And you can go to this website right here. Screenshot this website. Really, this website have all the old maps. Even the ones they tried to destroy is on here. So you can go to this website right here to look up this map and other maps for your own knowledge and understanding. All right? Because the only thing we just doing is just telling the truth. I don't hate the Native Americans. I do not hate the Native Americans. I'm going to say it again. I do not hate the Native Americans. And do not try to edit my shit and say, look, he hate the Native Americans. Y'all remove the word don't. You know how they do. They do the shit and I'm going to have to put up the whole recording and say, look, I said I did not. You know how they play. And try to get me. And send it to the FBI. Cease and desist. Native, oh yeah, Monty, I do want you to come up here to talk about that cease and desist shit. That little fake old stuff. So we could talk about the Indian law. That's another part we got to talk about. But let me finish this part. Because I'm on 29%, and Monty, I do want you to come up here so we can talk about that. Anyways, it says, we conquered by the Mongols accompanied by the elephants in the 13th century. No. And it says, the slow attainment of knowledge appears truly surprising. I'm finna end this in a minute. And it says, when we contemplated that according to the literature of most enlightened portions of mankind, the earth is presumed to have been created 58 centuries. It said the earth ain't nothing but 58 centuries years old. That's what it's saying. That's according to him. I might do a whole lesson on this book. I might do a whole lesson on this book. I'm trying to see if I can find something else real quick. See, in this book right here, it said right here, it says by the travels of those authors, it was known what an immensely extensive empire was the power of the Mongols, called the Tartars. I'm telling you, they are the Tartarians, right? Is this the part right here? The Grand Khan Kublai, Mongol Emperor of China. So I'm getting mad, ain't he? Let's see. The Peruvians. Yeah, I'm gonna do a lesson. I'm gonna do a lesson on this book. Those of y'all that want me to do a lesson on this book, if you want to know about how the Mongolians, the Mongols, had invaded America, and you want to know what it was like, I could have a lesson plan for this book, and also I can have this book ready for you to download as well. Look at this word, Mexican Mongols. If you want to know the depth, if you want to know this book right here, yeah, if you want to know the name of this book, you could download this book on the Internet Archives. Native Americans, you keep telling us to accept our African heritage. Please accept your Mongol heritage, Mongolian heritage. Accept that. Stop telling us to embrace African heritage. You embrace your Mongolian heritage. Because to every action, there's a reaction. So your action is saying we Africans. My reaction is calling you Mongolian. We equal now. So this hidden history is going to be exposed, whether you know it or not. America already know about it. The Latin America knows about it. People of South America, this is taught knowledge. It's just North America. People don't listen to him. Somebody with a Hindu came up here and said, people don't listen to him. It's because, guess what? Let me tell y'all something. Hinduans, they come over here and get Native American statuses too. That's another thing I'm gonna put out there. People from Hindustan come over here and obtain a Native American citizenship. I can't believe a Hinduan came up here and said, people, please do not believe him. Don't listen to him. Well, meanwhile, I got a book right here. So maybe there's something in here about the Hinduans that they don't want us to know too. Wow, bro. So, um, I said Hinduan, not Hindu, not the language. I said Hinduan. Come on now, you don't even. He said Hindustan. That's what they called it, Hindustan.
So you saying the people from Hindustan need to come over here and assume the identity of?
They already doing it. I talked to a woman. I talked to a woman that said her husband was a Hinduan, and he had a Native American status card.
And they just getting that title.
Are they giving it to anybody that is not black? Because their numbers are real short. Uh, it was right here in my portfolio. I mean, in my folder right here, Making the Indian White. I had a lesson on that last night called Making the Indian White. All right. So what I'm going to do is, if I could, there it is. I had it highlighted the whole entire time. Right here in this book called Siberia. Right here in this book called Siberia. Let me show you what they called the Native Americans. Because they know about you. You see how Siberia's about to, you see that? You see that? But it was really a lot more land than that. and you invaded. Okay. In this book right here, it says the third type of natives is that of the American Indian type. The American genus of the adventure of the traveler John Lanyard, about whom more will be said anon, was thoroughly convinced that the American Indian had made his way from Siberia across the Bering Strait in prehistoric times. It was in prehistoric times. That was also firm opinion of other traveler and explorer, George Cannon. One of America's great scientists, Dr. Alice Hardricka, whatever her name is, it's a German name, of the Smithsonian Institute. Now, we talk about the Smithsonian Institute, has stated that the Mongols of today resemble the American Indians. The Mongols of today resemble the American Indians so closely that if their clothing were the same, the anthropologist himself would not be able to tell them apart. The Mongol, according to much credible evidence, crossing from Siberia to America continent became the Indian. Such Mongol American Indian inhabitants of Siberia are the Chukchis, which means rich in reindeer. Their name has been changed by the Soviets to, I can't say that long word, as if there had not been enough trouble in the world already. These people have the Indian aquiline nose and has prominent cheekbones. They are tall and angular. Many of their custom arts and rites resemble those of Indians of America. Come on now. Nobody migrated from Africa. If you say you migrated from Africa, then you saying you're a monkey. Case closed on that. If you say all life came from Africa, you're saying you're a monkey. The transatlantic slave trade, majority of the Africans went to South America, and it wasn't even 12 million. It was less than 300,000 Africans. And a lot of them came on their own free will. Now dealing with, let me turn this around. This is going to be the last part of this live. Now for the end.
Somebody asked you, say, are you a historian or are you a scientist?
Does it look like I'm a scientist?
Well, I got an answer for them.
How you going to answer my question?
Because the way the world is today, you can identify as anything. Right now, I'm identifying as a paper plate. So
I could be a fire truck.
I'm a paper plate right now. Okay.
See that? Oh, is y'all gonna sue me? Y'all gonna call the game warden because I got a... It's a real feather. It's a real feather. Look at the tip. It's a real feather. This ain't no goddamn chicken feather. I can show you what feather this is. This motherfucker said chicken feather. This a gray parrot. It's a gray parrot feather. It's a gray parrot feather. Got people in the continent of Africa, they wanted to send me a gray parrot feather. These feathers are actually rare. They're from Africa. It's called a gray parrot feather. The parrot is gray, but its tail is red. So, yeah. Now, Native Americans are going to be like, oh, I'm going to call the feds and get the game warden to you. Sir, according to the Migratory Bird Act, it says birds that is native to America that do not migrate. That migrate is illegal to possess. Native to America. Go read your laws.
And let's get something very clear.
Yes, sir.
What she is? TS. This ain't no freaking culture appropriating, ma'am. And those feathers do not belong to you. And that X is not even for y'all. It's for the fucking bird.
They now look. Guess what? They're gonna be real crazy because I'm gonna have me an eagle feather. It's called the fish hook. The fish hook eagle of South America. It's a big ass black. It's a big ass brown feather, straight from Africa.
And we can't appropriate nothing if we trendset everything. If we started,
They want me in
if
jail
we're
so bad.
melanated over the whole
Peace.
world, we ain't appropriating nothing. We started.
Now look, no,
We are
before you start talking, Monty. William Penn literally just said we look just like the East Indians. I just showed you photos of the East Indians with feathers in their head. Feathers in the head is doesn't just apply to American Indians. It applied to every single original person on this earth because every single original person on this earth had feathers in their head. From the Australian to the Pacific Islander to the original Greenlander, it don't matter what you call it. Everybody of original tribes of the world have feathers in their head. So y'all can stop this stuff, make it say like, oh, we the ones to start the feather game. No, you ain't start FGG. You ain't start FGG. Let's go, Monty.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. I mean, people in Papua New Guinea wear feathers. Everybody wearing feathers. So it's just like the term native. That applies to them as well.
Yep.
All of that stuff they talking about. Oh, don't take that. Don't take that. Like, it literally applies to everybody. It's crazy.
So, bro, I got 21%. So let's go ahead and talk about this cease and desist. So
All
let's
right.
school the Native Americans on this little we gotta try to lock them up campaign. So let's go ahead and do this. Let's go ahead and talk about it. Teach them about American law and federal law. But if you don't have one, I could show. I could do it myself. That's why I ain't worried about shit what they say. Let's
Yeah,
go.
I don't have it. I just know they can't do it.
Mm-hmm.
If that's the case, they would have did it already, right? And even if they did do it, I would still do it. You know what I'm saying? Me personally,
Oh, watch that smooth
I,
shit up.
I do what I do, and I watch how I move.
Okay. Now let me ask you this question, Muncie. Have you done any terroristic threatening?
I don't know.
Have you threatened any Native American saying what you that you want to do any type of harm or anything to their community whatsoever?
No.
Okay. So, Native Americans, we've seen several videos from your community stating, like Monty, me, a couple of other people said these people are terrorists. They hate our community. They want to do harm and things like that. Please, somebody show us a video. Y'all can tag us. I'll leave my my what's that called? Privacy or whatever. I'll keep that open so I can see it for myself. What evidence have we said of any type of violence towards the community? And you cannot say because what one person did, you cannot put the blame on another person. For example, if Monty said, "I want to da a community," you cannot say, "Oh, that's naturalism, boy." So since he said it, I said it. Y'all can't do that, and that's not how the government works, and that's not how law works. The only way that type of things work is unless the real crime has been committed. For example, if somebody had went to unalive someone, right, and there was somebody that was with them, that is called an accomplice. So you're guilty since you was there. Association, you was actually there. Now, if somebody's across the world and this person says something of terroristic threatening, it doesn't mean that person is guilty of association because that person wasn't physically there with them, saying it with them. You cannot do guilty association on social media. They're just like me talking to that dude named Jeffrey. That you know that dude that did that little what you do that for? Oh, okay. Just because yeah, how many of y'all I got it. How many of y'all actually watched that documentary about Jeffrey? The serial unaliver that was going around doing stuff to black people.
That's that right there. That's a crime. Now, if there was a person with him doing that or just around him, and they caught him, that's an accomplice. Social media, Native Americans, you cannot send nothing to no FBI agent or nothing whatsoever talking about, oh, they spreading some type of rhetoric that is harmful. What do the word harm mean in the Black Law Dictionary? What is harm? This type of stuff, you gonna have to win in court and prove that there was a crime being committed. Crime, do you know what a crime is? That's an act of violence. That means something physical on another person when you look at the word crime. So, what type of crime is being placed? You said cease and desist. I mean, cease and desist. Cease and desist from what?
They ain't doing no different than what the Americans trying to do to TikTok, trying to control what people are saying. That ain't no different. We have freedom of speech. You can speak what you want to speak.
So for the Native Americans, since y'all want to talk about this, I shouldn't be talking about this. Come up here and explain the harm, explain the act of violence that is physical. Explain it and show how it can be won in court. Because there's nothing done in history. There's no law that says that goes against the freedom of speech. That those laws, those Indian laws, is applied to Indians on Indian reservation, not people outside of that. We do not live on reservations. We're not part of your no. You can leave me alone. We're not part of your jurisdiction.
Who is that? Is that a one? Cause screenshot that I ain't playing with none of them. I'm not playing with them no more.
So look, I don't know who this is, but I got you right here. I can literally get your IP address and find out who the hell you will saying these comments.
No, you can't. We don't do that type of stuff.
No, by contacting a lawyer, a third party. But other than that, things could be done. Like all those things can only be done unless I'm gonna do a case on you for saying dumbass shit like that. But other than that, Indian law applies to people that lives on reservations, not us. My brother Monty and I and other people that I know that is in my circle do not say nothing that's terroristic to none of you. Us reading books is not an act of violence. Us telling true history is not an act of violence. So y'all can stop the cap. That's why y'all not gonna win no court case.
This Native American. Thank you for sending the threat, cause y'all the real fucking terrorists. Excuse my language, but y'all the real terrorists. You sitting up here talking about y'all gonna smack somebody. I want to see you do that.
Hey, we could get you.
I am going to defend myself. If you don't think we're going to do that, I'm going to defend myself.
Now, guess what? We can get you deported straight back to Russia for that. We can get you deported to Russia. Did y'all know that? It happened before.
Where they go deport us to, since we from Africa? If they go deport us back to Africa, I want to see it happen.
Y'all crazy. Y'all so crazy. So look, I'm just here just letting you know, man. There ain't nothing y'all could do to us.
No, what you need to let them know is keep y'all names up out their mouth. You Monty, all of them. Copyright y'all names, because, baby, that's defamation and slander. Keep on speaking and making false accusations. You will be in jail for real, for real.
Yeah.
I meant that. I mean that.
They need to stop. They need to start reporting to their daddy government.
But y'all not gonna play with us. I'm dead ass.
That's what they're
Yeah,
trying to
but
do. They're trying to report to the government, talking about you the white man, y'all doing the white man work. Nah, hell no,
that stuff.
you doing the white man work.
Look, Monty, they don't realize the stuff that we are doing is not against the law. It has to be against the law in our jurisdiction. It's not even against the law in the Indian jurisdiction. According to Andrew Jackson, he said protection and aid a case of harm. Like we got to come out there and do something to you. We're not doing anything to you. Nothing. So let me show y'all this video. Like this guy right here. This guy right here. Let me show you something. A person like this will go to jail. And y'all could spread the information to him. I don't care.
People.
He is going to jail.
Yeah, he going to jail.
He gonna be the first one.
This dude's right. I'm telling y'all right now. I'm gonna be the first to let y'all know. He is going to jail. If y'all do shit like him, you're going to jail. This is real terroristic threatening.
You want to know what's more annoying than the genocide and assimilation we face in 2023 as Indigenous people of the Western Hemisphere? People like this. People whose only agenda is to erase Indigenous culture in the Western Hemisphere. Sounds a lot like the white people. We say we have African American allies, but where are you now? You should be calling these people out every time you see them. And if you don't see them, you should be finding them. You should be reporting them.
Pointing at you.
This needs to end.
He say that you should be what? Hold on. Let me go back.
You want to know what's more annoying than the genocide and assimilation we face in 2023 as Indigenous people of the Western Hemisphere? People like this. People whose only agenda is to erase Indigenous culture in the Western Hemisphere. Sounds a lot like the white people. We say we have African American allies, but where are you now? You should be calling these people out every time you see them. And if you don't see them, you should be finding them. You should be reporting them. This needs to end. This is no better than white supremacy.
Yeah.
What's his name?
You are white supremacy.
Thank you, Monty. Thank you. Like, you literally did that tactic. How can you not see it? The kettle calling the pot black.
That's his page. That's his page right there.
And he's supposed to be an advocate for these people.
Yeah, so something is in the works for this guy. And I'll be the first to tell you, something is in the works for him. For that BS and yeah, his commenters. We kept tabs on a lot of y'all.
Talking about some watch lists.
We got you.
That's real terroristic things they doing. Watch lists.
Told you, third party.
Hacking IP addresses,
lawsuit.
docs and all this stuff that they doing.
Third party, lawsuit, IP address, your location, deportation. You're going to get yours. I promise you. That is a promise.
Hey y'all.
Because you sit up here trying to turn our own people against us to find us. That's a threat. None of our people ain't doing that mess what you're talking about. Don't worry about that. If it ain't got shit to do with you, you can shut the hell up. You sit your butt down somewhere and don't do the mess that he's doing. Because this type of stuff is going to get y'all in trouble.
Who you talking to?
But
They're little fans in a
hey y'all, I only jumped on because when you played that video, I actually sent that video to Native Doll and the girl that told the truth, and they have been harassing her left and right. And she like kind of freaked out on me for a second, and I told her like, don't worry about these folks. They do the same thing to everybody that's look like me, that's telling the truth. So you notice in that video, he said the Western hemisphere, and he using his words right because he don't know nothing about the East Coast. He don't know nothing about the East Coast, and that's what she keeps saying. Like I told her, I said, you notice he said the Western hemisphere. The reason why he keep on using those terms because he know if he say anything about the East Coast that we got the receipts. Oh, he's stalking our videos. He watching and see everything that we do. Every live that I'm on. And he screenshot. He sent it to my inbox. I was gonna go live and show y'all how much this dude actually harassed me.
It needs to be broadcast. Please keep the information.
Keep all tabs on it.
We got to stop being nice to these people.
You see what I'm doing right now? This is what they do. They had their little lies. Did they say something? Did they did this? Did they did that? That. Now we're playing your own game against you. Playing your own game against you.
I know nobody report her.
They are banding it together. I noticed that, and also, dang, I forgot what I was about to say. Dang, never mind.
What's up, Los?
Oh yeah, they
Just wanted to
record
chime
lives. They
in.
be lives.
Oh, she said y'all echo.
I just wanted to chime in and just show everybody y'all notice how they getting the big people to come after us, right?
Yeah, yeah, bro. I was reading the comment. It kind of threw me off. Can you say that again? Say that again, Los. I.
I said, you notice how they starting to get all like the big quote unquote talkers after us and shit, like consciously and all them. They starting to
Really?
change
Oh
their
yeah, I
attention
want
at
to say
us.
something.
Wow.
Conscious League. I'm gonna tell y'all what happened. I should have downloaded the video onto the group. Consciously made a video advocating Native Americans stepping into some shit that had nothing to do with him. He went to a blog and clicked the first thing on YouTube and said, the Bering Strait is false, blah, 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 blah. Consciously, I'm gonna be real. You don't want no smoke with Los. You don't want no smoke with me. You don't want no smoke with Muncie when it comes down to talking about this information. Because we know goddamn well, consciously, based on the information you provided, you would have an L and you would be embarrassed in front of your people. You blocked Los. You blocked Los because of the information he gave you.
He got up to maintain their image.
He did it to maintain it. And these people don't even care about you,
All these
conscious.
people that be up there, you know, they got contracts and stuff.
Consciously is nothing, literally. When it comes down to this information, mind your business.
He been on that side.
I'm just saying, mind. I'm saying y'all can scream court sentinel. Mind your business, conscious. Because you ain't ready for me. You ain't ready for Los, and you ain't ready for Monty. You may be a so-called indoctrinated debate champion, but you ain't won nothing until you come against us. Because we the real deal. That's indoctrination what you debating. This real. This the real of the real.
Don't even say their name.
So I'm just saying.
I'm talking about the person in the comments. Don't even say their names. Block and mute. They won't even get no name mentioned.
So I'm saying. I'm just saying.
Wabo Burner.
So I'm just saying, consciously, mind your business. If you don't know you don't know nothing about this information, because we got old books upon old books. Mind your business. This ain't what you want, bro. You will be embarrassed in front of your 2 million followers, man. Don't let your followers get to your head. Just like how Port City had got his.
Just say his name.
Oh, him. My bad. That was him. Oh, well, just like how he let his followers get to his head, I made that man start reading books now. That man ain't never been the same ever since the debate. So mind your business. And I'm a digress and just leave from that.
Yeah, that's it. I just wanted to say that because I just want to let people know that what we doing really is turning heads. So y'all just keep doing what y'all doing, man.
No, I'm
It's gonna
saying, go ahead, bro.
it's gonna continue to grow too. Like it's gonna stop.
Yeah, what's good?
What's up, yeah?
What's
So
up?
yeah, Nick.
What's up, Monte? Los. Man, I've been following y'all for a little while now. Probably about like a week or two now. I wanted to ask y'all, do y'all have any possible information you could share on any of the people come my people all my people come from Mississippi. So I was trying to see like is it a specific region or tribe of our people that live down that way or any way that I can connect because I'm trying to like figure it out. Like would anybody know where I should start?
Well, tribes is all
Because
you're
all of
gonna
my people
really
from like
talk to.
Tallahassee, Mississippi, Greenwood, Mississippi.
You can look up what tribe stayed in that area. You could do your genealogy and then look up what tribe stayed in that area.
Hmm.
Um, you can also, if you like, I think I told you before, you could talk to the oldest in your family because that's really the best source.
Yeah,
Because
that's the only info they was able to give me. Pretty much on my mom and dad's side, they all come from different parts of Mississippi.
have you have you
Third and fourth generation.
have you genealogy?
What you mean? Like I know you ain't talking about like the 23andMe thing, right?
No, that's blood. I'm talking about like genealogy, as in you going to get your records. You going to get birth certificates to see where your folks are staying.
Nah. How would I? What would be the first steps to doing that?
You can go downtown. You can talk to the um, place where they stay with the records. You can type it in on, what was it? Was it Ancestry.com? I
Yeah,
think it's
it's
Ancestry.
ancestry. That's the only one I use so far.
Yeah,
Mm.
and it'll pull up public records, but like private records, you would have to go to the actual spot. But it'll pull up enough information to where you able to narrow down a region, narrow down the names, and you get that year, and then place it um, in the vicinity of what was that area usually occupied by,
Mm-hmm.
and what certain tribe. But if you can't really find nothing, that's the tips I give you. If you can't find anything, uh, I would say your people will still be ancient Mississippians, but to get that, what's the word? That, I guess, peace of mind, is
Mm-hmm.
very good to go do that.
So
Okay.
traditionally speaking, there isn't any Pacific Southern tribes from down there from the south.
No, well, yeah and no. Tribes always moved here and there,
Mm-hmm.
and you never know what particular tribe your people is a part of, because people always used to give, um,
You tell
wives, etc.
Y'all got some fans in
y'all should
y'all
you should also look at Missouri, Mississippi, and Louisiana because a lot of people move from Mississippi, to Louisiana, and they carried on their tribes and lineage too. Now, how I did mine, I'll tell you step by step. What I
Mm-hmm.
did was I went to ancestry.com. Do not do the DNA test. The reason I said do not do the DNA test because one, they create diseases off your DNA that can set you up for a crime. And another, it's impossible to tell you who you is because race and ethnicity is not biological. It's a misnomer. It's nothing, literally. Everybody share 99.9% of DNA, so they can't tell you who the hell you is. Other than that, another thing is once you do that, start your family tree. Mother, father, build everybody. I'm talking about us, cousins, great uncles, great aunties, even their children. You have to see things what they did, even in the 18th century. If anybody filled out the census record, like from a great uncle, most likely that is yours too.
Mm-hmm.
You got to do all that. So build your family tree, ask around, birthplaces, even shit, hell, even jobs, things like that. Do all that. It's gonna take you a year or two, especially dealing with ancestry.com because they wait to give you the records just to make you keep paying $50 a month for the World Explorer. Can you close the door? For the World Explorer subscription. The World Explorer subscription. The World Explorer subscription basically give you all records from all over the world. For example, like if you got ancestors coming from Europe, it'll give you things like baptism records, it give you voyage records, transfer records, it give you all those things. And also give you Civil War cards, all these things. Ancestry.com can actually tell you your land deeds, which they will not tell you for some reason. You gotta do that manually by inputting in.
from playing rigs up.
Okay. Well, no, that's a
Okay,
good.
so there's a few more things I got to do. Tell you. Once you build your family tree, at least up to the 1700s. I'm talking about. I don't care if you see white people on there, because most white people that's on your stuff is really black people. Because if you look at the Racial Integrity Act, Walter Plecker was trying to stop black people from marking themselves as white for certain benefits. So do not be discouraged when you see white people on your stuff too. Um, once you cannot, ancestry.com is not going to give you no dolls roll. I'm gonna be real with you up front. They're not gonna give it to you. That type of stuff you got to do manually. And the way how you do that is when you build your family tree, you click collections at the top. It's going to say at the top or collections or record collections or something like that. Then you're going to go all the way down. You're going to see Indian records. You're going to type every single person from the early 19th century all the way back up to 1790 and see who all pops up. The first record usually is that record that belongs to them. Sometimes they went by nicknames, sometimes they went by other names or whatever like that. But most likely that is your record. But I say look for at least 2 or 3 things on the record that matches your tree or the specific person on your tree. Once you complete all that, at least you get 2 to 3 dogs rolls or whatever. Because again, you might find it might not even be Mississippi. It might be from Virginia somewhere. Once you do that, the next step is land deeds on ancestry.com. Look at everything that your people own from the farmlands and all this stuff, because there's a lot of white people living on your lands, and they grab these lands either by murdering or buying or taking the land from them when they own taxes. Those lands still belong to you because all those lands during those times, all of it was allodial. Every last one of them was allodial. Every land that these white people got back from the early 1900s to the 1800s are completely allodial and supposed to be passed down to the children. That's why a lot of our people is getting their land back when they go to court. Allodial means free from government, free from jurisdiction, no taxation, none of that stuff.
Right.
So once you do that, which is going to take you a year or so, you can hit me up privately. I will show you free. I will show you free how to do it. Because I'm not going to look up your information and things like that. But I will show you free, step by step, how to do it yourself. I can set up a Telegram or a Zoom, and I can show you like that. And it goes for anybody. I can show you how to do that because this is self-determination. It's self-identity. You're not black. You're not African. We got many bloodlines going back then. But that's all I wanted to say.
Okay, no, cool. I appreciate that because I literally the only information I was getting from people when I asked about stuff like that was the more commercial methods that we see, like you say, I don't believe in sending my DNA to them anyway because I already know, like, most times it's some acts going on behind the scene to pretty much some evil shit. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? So I'm definitely not giving them my DNA. But no, that's all I want to know because, like I said, all my people either lived in Mississippi, and almost all of their stories was we fled to Chicago for one more than another reason. Usually somebody beat somebody, a little bit too much, something like that. You know what I'm saying? They had to go. So I'm gonna definitely do that, and then keep reaching out to my the furthest elders I can find, man. A lot of them passing away now, especially due to this stuff they done put out here. So it's
Yeah.
kind of I
That's
feel
one
like,
of the main reasons they did those vaccines too, is to get
yeah,
why you think they said the older ones got to take it first? It's because they had our knowledge.
yeah.
They already knew what was going on.
So this like the new era of the new slaves, like Kanye say. You know
Yep.
what I mean? It's not funny, but it's serious. Like they really got a whole agenda on what they want the new gen of pretty much everybody to be, because now they're trying to get everybody in one accord, actually,
What's
and
up,
take
Myra?
away the individuality.
Now, oh yeah, bro. This girl named Mara Melendez. She was blocked on your live. She a supporter. She's a Hispanic. She supports our stuff. I never seen her say anything negative or anything whatsoever about our stuff. I think she's still blocked. She wanted me to let you know, Monty to Kid, is it possible for you to unblock her? She been following our stuff for a minute now, and I never seen her say anything negative.
So
But
somebody did that.
oh, somebody did that. Okay, cool.
Yeah.
I'm saying so far I ain't seen nothing. But
So,
other than that,
what
um,
tribe do are you from?
I got many different tribes. Many. I could self-identify as anyone any day.
Hmm.
I mean, I don't just got Indian blood. I got more Cisco blood as well, from Aboriginal of Wales. The only thing people keep trying to identify me as an African, and I can't find no record whatsoever proving that my people came from Africa. I
Hmm.
mean, I can't find anything, but I got records to prove that I got people that came from Wales, from France, from Spain, and I
Yeah.
got records to prove that those people are mixed with Aboriginals of America. So you could
Right.
call me like a new type of Indian, but those people from those lands, they was melanated people. They wasn't white people, what you call white people.
Right,
or
and
whatever.
even to use the word African is pretty vague because
Yeah.
even if you go to Africa, I mean that's something that first Africa is the name of a white dude. Like so, if you really want to get down to the actual even
Mm,
people that they talking about, then you would have to know if you're talking about an Ethiopian or actual like Zulu or something like that. But
yeah.
they always try to throw us in one bag because I mean they go off the whole color thing. Color and race was the even race or just that term and everything that goes with that. It was never like that. From my
Yeah.
understanding, I think they said a German dude came up with how we pursue color or race nowadays, and it was
Mm.
never based off like anybody who's melanated is pretty much considered an African. That doesn't even make sense. You know what I mean? Like on any level.
Hey,
So,
so the
um,
latest tribe I found on myself was the Ravanite. That's the latest one from Virginia.
cause I always see it's like that one you just named. Like I never really the ones I always hear a lot is like Cherokee and Choctaw.
It's just the
And
five civilized, but it's. I'm gonna tell you a little secret. I really didn't want to bring it out. I shared it to my brother Rashad. I think I shared this to you, Muncie. On the old maps, if y'all can't find nothing past the 18th century, most likely your people's from America. I'm just be real. Most likely your people from America, and they seen your record and they destroyed it, and they don't want nobody to know about it. Mainly during the Civil War time.
hmm
If you could get access to the old maps of the 15th century before they named things like, I don't know, these other foreign names,
hmm
they named a lot of places in America Indian by the Indian tribe name. So if you look at an old map, for example, that says Mississippi and see all those little names there, and you see your people been there and you can't find no record that goes back before 18th century, most likely your people is part of that tribe that was named after that. A lot of these people, a lot of these cities that's underwater, um, they're named after Indian tribes as well. Like the Lake Lanier, that's an Indian tribe. Lanier, all those people, those are Indians. Um, but the old maps is the key to your identity too. Because those expeditioners, they named the locations based off the Indians' names. Then they later changed it. So that's one of the big secrets I was keeping. That I was gonna wait, but I think I told you, Monty. I don't know if I told you, Los. I know I told Shad, but
Yeah,
I
you
got to pick
told
up
me.
these. Oh, all right, cool. You got to pick up these old maps from mainly the 1500s to see your Indian tribe.
hmm
And can I just add to that real quick? And I'm gonna hop down. And once
Go
you
ahead,
get
right?
that old map, and once you get that old map he talking about, go download the Black Massacre map, and all those massacres happen in those areas.
right. I'm familiar with some of those, but the most popular ones. But man, and you know what else? I don't know if this is the exact same thing, but as far as them saying like under us we have these entire still built cities that was made by the Indian people, like the entire like infrastructures and stuff, and they kind of just built over it for the
Mm-hmm.
cities we walking on now.
Right.
And it's like do y'all have any because I've heard about that, but I haven't seen like of course ain't nobody gonna take a picture of it, but is there any more info y'all heard on anything about that? Because
Are you referring? Are you referring to flooded areas or something like that?
no, from what I heard, because TikTok just because there's a lot of I follow a few different people. One of them, Papa, what's his name, Papa Patch, on here. But
Yeah.
I recall people they was talking about the infrastructures of like literally whole Indian cities still intact, living like literally under us, and they pretty much put dams up and built like over it to be in the modern cities that we in now. Almost like we living on the crust or something.
No, I'm at to look, I'm at to look more. I'm at to
hmm
look more into that. Um, I'm actually
I got to lose something on that.
I'm actually about to end this. Like my phone is on 5%. Hey, bro, I do want to leave you with this. Do not get no Indian card. Just letting you know. Once you find all this stuff, don't run to the government trying to get you one of those Indian reservation cards because you're just putting yourself more into a slave system.
Hmm.
You're kind of stripping away your rights and secluding yourself to one area and things like that. And really, reservations today, majority of them was really prison yards.
Oh yeah, I figure most
So
of it's gonna
it's like
backfire on them anyway by them
in the house,
scattering us.
right? Oh yeah, it is. It's already doing it because these people want to build a pipeline now. So whether they know it or not, they know if they still going by this horn drop rule and all this other stuff, then we finna go to the park, baby. Hold on. But other than that, that little quantum blood stuff, that one drop rule and all the other stuff, is really for the turn against them. They wasn't thinking. They was too focused on trying to remove our identity. But look, it's for the backfire on them now because they got all this white blood there now.
Okay, cool. When y'all get a chance, man, or maybe on the next live, I like to hear more about like the cultural aspects of like what type of practices go behind the. Is it any spiritual practices that y'all keep?
Oh, oh
Or,
yeah. Mainly Israelite stuff too. There's a lot of similarities
yeah.
between the American Indians culture and the Israelites too.
Now
I could bring that up.
I know about that much. That's why, you know what I'm saying? You see it in my name. Like, I know, about us being 12 tribes. That's why I'm connecting the dots because this is one big picture here. And it's a lot of, like, division between people who say, oh, I'm an Israelite, but I'm not
Mm.
Indian, I'm not African. Then there's people that's like, I'm Indian, but I'm not 12 tribes. And then it's like, but if you look at the history, the Indian speaking Paleo Hebrew, it's like, I think these it's a something here we not connecting, and I'm still figuring out all of the dots here. I'm not
Right.
saying each
Hey,
and every
So
single one of us were
hey, I'm
I
gonna go
might
ahead
go
and end the
live.
live real quick. I'm
Yeah.
on 1%. Yeah, much. Go
Yeah.
ahead, take it over, much.
Okay.
right.
Peace.